Hello everybody, welcome back to another Mystic Islands video. Today we got something really special. So I'm going to be continuing making my regular content with Set 1, Islands Collide. But from now on, I'm also going to be showing these little preview videos of cards that are in Set 2, War of the Amulet. I'm really excited for these cards, and they're definitely going to change the game a lot. Not too much to where it's not the same game, obviously, but it's going to add a lot more strategy, and it's going to make the game a lot more fun, I think. It's going to make a lot of weaker decks better, and the better decks are going to be more competitive with those weaker decks, so it's not going to be like one deck is the best, which isn't really the case now, but there's a few that are a cut above the rest, and that is definitely going to change with Set 2. So first off the bat, as you know, this is the Chaos Crystal, the Set 1 Chaos Crystal. There we go. Now it looks nice and everything. I thought it looked nice at the time, but now we have upgraded. So Set 2 is going to have a new crystal. These crystals are going to be interchangeable. Here it is right here. Amazing. So you don't need the Set 2 crystal to play the Set 2 cards or anything like that. You can definitely keep these if you already purchased these. You don't have to go out and buy these, but I think that they're worth taking a look at least because they look so much nicer. They look very nice. I really like it. And this is the set symbol for Set 2 right here. It's this little symbol right here. This is actually an amulet. It's one of the cards I'll be getting into in a later video. But that is the Amulet of War right there. So that's pretty sweet. That's actually the set symbol. So it looks obviously different than this. This was like a pendant or banner type of thing. This is obviously a little different. Kind of looks like a sun, but it is an amulet, which you'll see later on. So essentially this crystal, it'll be for sale in the Game Crafter once this all comes out. It's going to be the same exact thing. So these are obviously interchangeable. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to get a pack of these, and I already have some of these, and I think I'm going to just interchange them because you can have up to 15 crystals. So I think I'm going to do like 8 of these, 7 of these, just to make it look cool. Stuff like that, but that's not a huge deal. It's not really a new card, it's just a new look for the card. And I think I'm going to be reprinting Chaos Crystal. Well, I'm going to have to reprint it every set because it's the most important card of the game, but also I'm going to be giving it a new look every time. I think it would be cool, a little collector's thing because I like to collect things, so I think we're just going to do that. Why not? Alright, next we're going to look at a mage ability for Set 2 right here. It's called Look to the Future. This is actually a callback from one of my older games, which I'll show off to you guys eventually, probably when I hit 200 subs or something like that, which is a little bit in the future, but when I have time for that. So this card right here costs 1 ability, so it's very cheap. It says look at the top 3 cards of your deck, put them back in any order. It's the exact same as it was in my old game, and I decided to bring it over, make it a little cheaper, and that way you can look at the future cards that you have for the mage faction. It's very useful to do this because you might need specific combos or specific ability cards to win the game. So if you can do this, especially for cheap, it'd be awesome to pull off. Also, the artwork is amazing. Girlfriend drew that one. All right, the next card I'm going to be showing off here is Reserved Soldier, a royalty faction card. I really like the art on this guy. It looks very different than the regular royalty faction in Set 1, where they all kind of had the same blue looking color, but honestly on the royalty island they are not all the same. They're not all in the same kingdom. There's actually separate kingdoms on that island, so this guy has a different color scheme. He wears more gold and red and black, so you're going to be seeing different types of knights and soldiers and things like that. But obviously they will band together as one faction to fight against the rest. So this guy costs 2 attack, 1 defense. And if a royalty faction creature you control dies while this creature is alive, put a +0/+2 counter on this creature until death once. So you can't do this multiple times, but basically what he does is he's a reserved soldier. So you play him out. He can attack and defend like normal, but once one of his buddies dies, essentially, once a royalty faction creature dies, this guy's going to get buffed by 2 defense, so he's going to become a 2 attack, 3 defense, making him a little bit stronger, so he's stepping up to the occasion instead of being so reserved, I guess. That's the idea behind him. So he essentially becomes Comes out weak, and then he can get strong if your opponent kills one of your guys. Pretty awesome there. Also, if you guys noticed, right here, this is a new thing for all of these set 2 cards, for the creatures anyway. You're going to have a species and a role thing right there. So basically, the species, he is a human, and he is a soldier. So his role is a soldier, and his species is a human. So this is going to play a big part in the game once set 4 comes out, and set 1 will be rotated out of the standard format, which it'll still be playable in, like, I think I'm going to call it the fantasy format, which is going to be every set, even banned cards. Sorry about that, I can't talk. But yeah, so he'll be very useful because I'll have cards saying target human gets whatever, and he is going to count as a human now, so that's pretty awesome. I got another ability card, and I got one more ability card to show you guys. This one was kind of a bad print, but it's okay. They're not going to come out like that. I messed this one up, but it is Dwarf Warhammer, cost 3. It's an ability that says attach this card to target creature. Put a +2 attack, -1 defense counter on that creature. So basically, it's so strong that it's giving him, the hammer is so heavy that it's giving him 2 attack to swing it, but -1 defense because it takes so much energy to swing this hammer, which is why it says if that creature is a dwarf faction creature worth 6 or more, that counter becomes +2 attack +1 defense instead. So essentially, the only creatures that are able to wield this weapon the best are dwarves worth 6 or more. So big dwarf creatures that are strong can wield this way better than any weak creatures. And it says when this creature dies, destroy this ability, and it is permanent, staying on that creature until that creature is killed, or this is forbidden spelled or removed by another ability. And then finally, this is going to be the last card I'm showing you guys for now. This is Forbidden Fruit. I really like this card. It is a little out there, but I think it's going to add some interesting gameplay, and I like the sporadicness of it, given the Goblin faction. So it costs 4. It is a common, so not too hard to get. When casted, the opposing caster puts this card in their hand. So once you play this, cast it, and you're like, alright, give it to your opponent. They keep it in their hand. They don't have to show it or anything, but it has to stay in their hand. And it says, if at any point this is the only card in anybody's hand, they lose 10 health and banish this card. So essentially, you do not want to be the person with this card. So you're going to have this in your deck, but you're definitely going to want to cast it away to your opponent so they have it. You can have 4 of these in a deck, so if you cast all 4 of these in your opponent's hand and that's the only cards in their hand, they could lose. It's obviously very rare to happen and pretty improbable, but probably could be done. So essentially, this card cannot be discarded as well, so you can't just discard this card and get rid of it. Has to stay in a hand, either yours or your opponent's or something like that. The cool thing about it is, once you cast it and give it to your opponent, it is their card now, so they can actually cast it back and put it in your hand and try to play that same game against you. So the best strategy would probably to get all of the cards out of their hand first, then cast this in their hand, therefore it being the only ability in their hand, only card in their hand at all, and you know it will be, so that way you can do the 10 damage and banish this card. So that's a pretty cool one as well. I really like it. Alrighty, so that's the new 5 cards I'm showing you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to have more gameplay videos coming up. I know I keep saying that, and I'm procrastinating a little bit, but I need to record some new ones. The old one was kind of messed up, so sorry about that. But they will be out soon. Cards are being made almost every day. So this set is going to be an 80 card set with about 30 reprints in it. So it's going to be about 120 cards, somewhere around there. So that's just taking a while to get going, but it's going to be released, I'll say, probably November. So right before Christmas. So that should be cool right there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Peace out.